Good morning, everybody. It's your girl Miracle Sims, and you're listening to God, Sex, and Love. Your daily dose of inspiration juice. It is November the 17th, 2023, and today the topic is You Must Obey. Happy Friday, y'all. Yes, happy Friday. I hope that you all had a wonderful Thursday. Mine was just fine. Yes, mine was just fine overall. There's a couple of things that happened that was unexpected yesterday. Yeah, well, one, of course, it was a Thursday, so your girl was working at the church. Y'all know. I kind of got through my task rather quickly. Um, and then I headed on home. I didn't even eat lunch or anything because the interesting thing is, yesterday morning before I got ready to go, I look at my phone and I saw that I had an invitation to come out last night for I guess you would say like a coworker's birthday, and or someone that I've been working with over the years. And so, I was like, well, I ain't got nothing else going on. I got a few extra dollars and I could pull together a gift. I might as well go. I don't really go out like that. So yeah, she was inviting me out to a comedy um comedy night. And yes, we all went to this place called Monticello. One of my other friends joined us there as well. And it was nice overall. It was a nice, I guess, experience overall. There was a lot of little things that happened. Probably won't go into all of those details, but I guess the reason why I bring this up is because um as I was there, I guess a night out is not just a regular night out to me. Or for me, so people, we all can just go out and it just be like, oh, have fun, whatever, whatever. I'm like making observations. I was making several observations while I was out and about last night. First, I want to give a shout out to one of my homegirls, Summer. She was there, and in the beginning of the show, when the comedian did come on stage and whatnot, he's like, "Oh, is it somebody's birthday?" Da, 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 da. And so, of course, we were shouting out the birthday girl because we're like, "It's her birthday,". Then out of nowhere, my homegirl talk about some, and we're also celebrating Littlefoot shoes. I'm like, girl, wait a minute, hold on. Which is crazy because like once I got ready last night, I had maybe like two pairs of shoes, and neither one of them was my shoe. And I was like, which one of these I should wear? So I asked my husband, I'm like, which one do you think I should wear? And he's like, what about Black Girl Magic? And I'm over here like, will that go with this outfit? Is that gonna be too much? Da 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 da. Because I had silver accessories, things like that. I was wearing like blue, black, and silver, and I was like, well, the shoes are black and silver. Let me try them on. And I was glad. I was glad that I wore them, not only just because it got me some promo time last night, but also because like they were comfortable. I wasn't standing there in heels and stuff like that and uncomfortable and whatnot. They're wedges, and so when I walked and this little time I did stand and whatnot, it was a comfortable thing. So shout out to hubby for, what I'm saying, pushing me to go ahead and wear my own design. Then shout out to my homegirl for shouting me out. They even brought me on stage and I was showing off the shoes and stuff like that. It's so funny when people ask me about the website, I just go ahead and spell it because I know if I say Littlefoot or if I say Littlefoot, they probably be like, huh? And they'll probably spell it wrong. So I'm like, it's LILFUT.com. And yeah, so that was a whole moment. But outside of that, I was making other observations as well. And I just was reminded of something I think that I said to y'all yesterday. This idea of wanting the blessings of God, or wanting the fruit of God without the root of God. Yeah, there was a lot of little moments yesterday where it was like, God was in the place, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, you know, it just was interesting, like the things and the conversations and whatnot, things that was being said and stuff. And like, I know at some point the guy on the stage was making jokes to this couple that was dating and all like, oh, you know, are you gonna get that tonight type of vibes. And I'm like, whoa, okay, And but then he goes to start talking about the Bible. I'm like, whoa. You can't try to ain't nothing in the Bible talking about what you talking about. Like, come on now. Like, hold up. Hold up. And then there was another moment as well where, an individual was pointing out, I guess, I know zodiacs was a big conversation at the table at some point, and I'm like, I'm just kind of there, um, waiting for the show, listening to the music, just trying to have a good time and stuff. Um, but anyway, yeah, we want the fruit, right? But we don't want the root, right? We don't want to go through the journey of obedience. We don't want to go, we don't want to submit to the Lord, but we want all the blessings. We want all the titles. We want the honor and things of that nature. And and to be honest, like, yeah, I got home late last night, but I did wake up around the time of my regular time. And yeah, I'm recording a little bit late right now, because I would wake up, I had things on my heart and mind, then I would go back to sleep and stuff like that. But I'm glad that I'm up now, and I feel like this will be right on time for whoever listens to the sound of my voice, regardless of what time I'm recording it. This is just a nice little friendly reminder of there's so much that stems on your obedience. Like, again, I can sit here and tell you all the examples of what has happened in my life, and you know the reason I'm sitting here today is because I decided to be obedient a few times. You know what I'm saying? Like that, to be honest, like that's it. Like I know I can sit here and be like, oh yes, because I made this choice and that choice and I did this and I made that move and da. Sure, I made moves, sure, I made certain choices, things of that nature, but majority of the choices stemmed on obedience to God, right? And obedience to the things that He wanted me to do and things of that nature. And I just don't personally get like how we again want the fruits of God. We want the title, we want the honor, we want all the things, but then we don't want to submit to the Lord. Again, like there's plenty of verses that talk about that. You say Lord, Lord, but your heart is far from me. Not me, y'all. I'm talking about the Lord. Like this is what the Bible has to say about us. Like this might be Pope's Day, you might not want to hear it, but if you truly want the things you want, you got to be obedient. You got to be obedient to what, if you want the things you want God's way. I put it like that because you can get all the things, right? You can get, you can dabble in evil and get all kinds of blessings, quote unquote, and things. But if you truly want to be righteous, right, and live a righteous life and have, you know, God bless you with the plan that He has for you and things of that nature, then you got to submit to His will and way. Like I just don't see. I really don't believe that if I had to continue to go my own way, that I would be sitting here talking to you today. I really don't. Like because again, my heart and mind probably wouldn't have been on it. I might have been in survival mode. Who knows? I have no clue where I would be if I didn't submit to the Lord. And so I'm just like, you can want, I said this before, but here it is again. I know sometimes you can want something for someone so bad, but at the end of the day, we all have to work out our own salvation with fear and trembling. Like I can, I'm praying for my friends, my family, everything like that. Pray that everybody makes the decision to just obey the Lord and just do His will, do His way, and all that type of stuff. And yeah, that's good to keep praying for one another and whatnot. But I can't take on the cross of my friend, my family, nobody else. I can only carry my own cross, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. But what I can do, I guess, as a fellow believer, for those that and then I guess is for people that again, you want the blessings of God, but you don't want to submit to God. You want the blessings of God, but you don't want to obey. This is for you, you know what I'm saying? Like this is for those of us that are struggling in that area. Just a nice little friendly reminder that you must obey. So let's get to some Bible, y'all, because y'all know I can sit here and chit chat with y'all about all this and just share my little humble opinions and my testimony. But Yeah, speaking of, let me shout out my mama this morning. She's tuning in. She says, "Good morning, sister. Yes, it's God's way or the wrong way." Amen. See, there you go. We were talking about this yesterday, y'all. I think. Um, God, it was talking about, if you are not with me, you're against me. Um, I know at some point the phrase battering ram came into my heart and mind, which was interesting because I know somebody was talking about rams yesterday, and whatnot and stuff. But yeah, you're not being a ram in the bush to not walk with the Lord. Like if you are quote unquote chosen, if you're quote unquote, blessed and things of that nature, like you need to be drawing men to God and not being a battering ram, right? And pushing people away from the Lord with your actions and things of that nature. But let me get to some Bible, y'all, because again, I can sit here and just give examples all day long. Let's get to this word here. Isaiah 1:19. It says, "If you are willing and obedient, you shall eat the good of the land." Simple verse, very short and to the point. If you are willing and obedient, you shall eat the good of the land. I mean, obviously, willing and obedient is standing out to me right now, y'all. Like, yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things again, you really, I mean, I just say for me, I really hope and pray that people, get a chance to, um, I guess, experience what I've experienced, and I'm not sitting here acting like I'm perfect or nothing like that. All I'm saying is, obviously it took me years to get to the mindset, and I know it's probably gonna take other people years as well. But because we don't know the day nor the hour and things of that nature, like, do you truly have time to waste, friend? Like, if you knew that your blessing, your life, like all the things you desired hinged on your obedience, wouldn't that encourage you to go ahead and just be obedient? Like if I had known that, like, stepping out on faith back, look, April 1st, 2020, and being like, you know what, I'm going to start doing daily inspiration, right? If I had known what 10, 11 years ago that being obedient about that one thing was going to open up the door for all the rest of my dreams and stuff, do you think I probably would have been obedient a little earlier? Uh, I think so. Like if I'm just looking back, I think I probably would. But who knows? Again, there's some of us that has to actually go through each and every step. Like I know my mom always taught us to learn from other people's mistakes and things of that nature and stuff like that. And so, but again, like my husband say, his favorite quote is bought sense is better than borrowed sense. Sometimes people gotta actually, you know, go through and buy and everything like that. It's just that sometimes we are bringing issues and calamity into our own life because we just don't want to be obedient. Like what if we, so we're wasting time initially. But anyway, here goes some more verses. Proverbs 28:9. It says, "If one turns away his ear from hearing the law, even his prayer is an abomination." Ooh, that might be pulp today. You might not want to hear that. I mean, but it's saying here that your prayers are abominations if you are turning your ears away from the Lord. Like, and again, this conversation that I feel like there's a lot of verses that I came across this morning that is talking about the law. And I guess here's the thing, like Jesus fulfills the law, right? So because of that, that again, that's the loophole for us. That's the little blessing for us. Um, because he fulfilled it, belief in him, X, Y, and Z. But that doesn't mean that I can go out here and then just break all the laws and just live willy-nilly. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Again, let's not use our freedom as an excuse for the flesh, So just saying, just reiterating that, because I know again we talk about the law and it's like, oh well, we're not bound to the law. No, we're not. But at the same time too, I mean, again, a lot of those things was in place for our protection ultimately. And so that doesn't negate everything just because, just because we got freedom in Christ. But anywho, so yeah, let's not turn away our ears from hearing the law, right? because we want our prayers to be heard, right? We want our prayers to be, honored by the Lord. Again, praying is something we're supposed to be doing all day, every day. And God is definitely asking us to pray and stuff like that too. So if you don't want your prayers hindered, then you need to be, as this say here, not turning your ear away from the Lord, but turning your ear to him, right? Hearing the law and things of that nature. Let me give you guys another verse. Psalm 119, 1-3. It says, "Blessed are those whose way is blameless, who walk in the law of the Lord. Blessed are those who keep his testimonies, who seek him with their whole heart, who also do no wrong, but walk in his ways." Now, again, this might be intimidating for us because, again, we're talking about being blameless. It's talking about, seeking with our whole heart and doing no wrong. And we know that none of us measure up to that. None of us completes that. That's what Jesus did, right? But again, God sees Christ where he sees us when we are what? Walking in the will of God. So there you go. We can be looked at as blameless. We can be looked at as, again, someone that has done no wrong or has no wrong. But how do we get that? Walk in his ways. Not just doing whatever you want to do and stuff like that. Like, you got to walk in his ways. I mean, I don't got too much else to say about that. These verses are very clear here. Like, I don't know why we feel like we could just go and do whatever and then expect the blessings and the miracles and the titles and the honor and the glory and all the things. Like, if you truly want it, this is for people, again, if you truly desire and want the things that you say you want and everything like that, then this is for you. If you somebody that don't really necessarily care X, Y, and Z, then I mean, again, use your free will to choose what you want to do. Choose this day who you gonna serve, X, Y, and Z. I'm not necessarily talking to you. To those that truly want the things of God, right? You want, the plan he has for you in your life. You want, the blessings. You want the favor. You want that stuff. Then you must obey. That's what I'm seeing and receiving. Now, y'all could just go deeper about all of this. Plenty of verses in the Go Deeper section to peruse and let marinate on your heart, souls, and minds. The Bible verse of today is 1 Corinthians 2:9. It says, "But as it is written, I have not seen nor ear heard, neither have entered into the heart of man the things which God hath prepared for them that love him." I felt like this verse just pretty much reiterated everything. So again, if you need a confirmation that this was, I guess, a right now word or whatever the case is, then there it is. Again, we can't even imagine. Eye has not seen, ear has not heard, and it hasn't even come into our heart the things that God has prepared for us, those that love God and things of that nature. And so, again, if you truly want those things, you must obey. And like I said, that's the juice this morning. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Today is officially Friday, so we do have an episode of the GSL Talk Show coming out at 7 p.m. tonight. It's with Mr. Joseph M. Leonard. Again, like I was telling y'all yesterday, he's an author, musician, and a bit of a politician. So y'all can check out that episode tonight at 7. And yeah, man, I hope that you guys let these things marinate on your heart, souls, and minds. Feel free to go deeper and things like that. But yep, like I said, that's the juice. Y'all have a great, great Friday. And I look forward to talking to y'all tomorrow at the Lord's will. Bye-bye. There you go. Facebook, YouTube, Rumble. Anybody listening to the sound of my voice, I hope that you all are encouraged and inspired. Like I said, shout out again to my mama tuning in live. I think this still her that's there, but if not, I love you, mama. Look. Is your fruits flourishing? Are we sprouting a little bit? I hope so. Like I said, I had a good time and stuff. It just was very interesting making those observations and everything. My husband wasn't with me last night, but he was there in spirit because I look up on the screen and the Ravens was playing football. They had on the screen at the game at one point while we was in there before the comedy show. And I was like, well, you still here? I see. I sent him a picture and stuff. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it was a nice night overall. I mean, and no judgment on people, X, Y, and Z. Again, we all have our own journeys and things of that nature. So I'm gonna still pray for people. You know what I'm saying? I want to see people grow and flourish and walk in the things that God has for them. But they gotta want it for themselves. People gotta want it for themselves, and so and sometimes it's gonna take some a little longer than others. But again, it seems to me, if you knew how much, you know I guess the beauty of being on the other side, right? And knowing that, okay, all that it takes is my obedience. To me, it's like, man, you could get there a little quicker. But hey, again, everybody's on their own journey, so we're gonna see what the Lord do. But anyway, y'all have a wonderful, wonderful Friday, and I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. Bye bye.